civilians on board the Gaza flotilla have vowed to continue with their mission despite a drone attack allegedly by Israel. This was a few days ago. Italy has reportedly sent a second Navy ship to support the mission. Now, the global Sumud Flotilla activist, Mandla Mandela, joining us now for more detail. Mr. Mandela, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. I need to start with the question about whether you are safe where you are following those reports of a drone attack on the boat that you are on.
Good evening, Tolly, and to your viewers on ENCA. We are certainly at a risk where we are finding ourselves, particularly as we know that this catastrophe, the Nakba, has been ongoing for the past 77 years, as well as the genocide that we have watched in full view of cameras for the past 2 years. The apartheid state of Israel has not only been a threat to the Palestinians, but to the region and the global community. You have seen since we set sail out of Barcelona on the 31st of August and in Tunisia, we had 2 of our boats being bombed through drone strikes, that being the family boat as well as the Alma boat. And in the past couple of days, we have had several drones flying over our boats. The one I'm particularly in, we had over 17 drones fly over and with stun grenade bombs dropped on several ships, which some of the boats were destroyed in terms of their sailing masts. But we still have not been deterred. We are going to fulfill our mission of breaking the blockade and ending the siege that has been ongoing for the past 18 years.
Are you telling us that despite these attacks, where you say some of the boats were destroyed, have any persons been injured or died as a result?
No, there has been no injuries that have led to critical injuries or fatalities. We have had one of our comrades who's got slight burns on their foot, but all our participants are safe. And we had our meeting today assessing the challenges that lie ahead. We are all determined to fulfill the mission of ensuring that we deliver the much needed humanitarian aid to our brothers and sisters in Gaza, Palestine.
The understanding is that there are over 40 boats, such as the one that you are on right now. How much aid are you carrying with you?
We have been joined now by our Italian team as well as the Greek team. So the entire global Sumud Flotilla participants are all together. We are sailing as one. Tomorrow and the next couple of days, we will be collecting the numbers in terms of tonnage of the total humanitarian aid that is on board in all the ships. We had asked the areas of departure in terms of the ports to look into the humanitarian aid. So Barcelona, Tunisia, Italy, as well as Greece were asked to look into how much tonnage they were carrying on their boats. I think in the next day or two, we will be able to total that and be able to share that information. But we can assure you that we are a non-violent mission, which is carrying no weapons. We only carrying food, medicine, and the much needed humanitarian aid for Palestinians in Gaza.
As you say, your effort here is that of non-violence. All you are doing is trying to deliver aid so that you also are able to break the blockade. Nonetheless, it is a dangerous journey, as we have already explored the drone attacks on you. Talk to us about why you felt you wanted to do this.
Well, for me, as a beneficiary of international solidarity, who knows the role of the anti-apartheid movement, what it played in ensuring that we as South Africans are free today, understand that we need to rise to the occasion and be the voice of the most oppressed and most vulnerable nations around the globe. It is in this regard that I wanted to participate in this global Sumud Flotilla. But we have continuously associated ourselves with the flotilla. As you would know, back in April 2024, I was part of the Freedom Flotilla, which was stuck in Istanbul, Turkey, and we were never able to sail. I also participated in the global march to Gaza, where we mobilized 4,000 activists from 80 different countries to go into Cairo in an attempt of getting to the Rafah border crossing so we can ensure that we get the much needed humanitarian aid into Gaza. So we have made several attempts in terms of getting into Gaza, whether by air, sea, and land. This is one of those 38 missions of the flotilla that we are embarking on, of which 5 have been successful.
You may or may not be aware that as we speak, there is a campaign by some international media organizations who are basically calling for them to be allowed to report in Gaza without any hindrance. As we speak now, there are no international journalists that are allowed inside Gaza. It's only your Palestinian journalists that are struggling and trying to put out these reports. With that context in mind, how close do you think you are going to get to Gaza, given the number of failed attempts that you have recounted?
We are optimistic that we will be able to fulfill our mission, as this, like none other before, this global Sumud Flotilla is the largest flotilla ever to set sail. We have now just about 50 boats that have come together for this mission. We also have a second wave that will be sailing on the 27th. We are informed of about 30 boats. So what we spoke of a couple of years ago of seeing the flotilla growing in numbers to the extent that the Malaysian counterparts have been speaking about 1,000 boats setting sail. This will make it impossible for this wave of the flotilla to be stopped. And I think on our side, we have prepared ourselves for 2 scenarios where we...
Oh, no. I hope that we are going to regain that line. Mandla Mandela talking to us there. You're watching News at Prime. All right, we have been able to re-establish the line with Mr. Mandela, who is on a boat trying to get to Gaza to deliver aid. Mr. Mandela, quickly, before we get cut off, I wanted to ask you the final question about whether you have set a time frame by which you think you'll be able to get to Gaza, amid reports suggesting that the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is saying he will not allow the flotillas to get to Gaza.
Well, one of the issues for us is to deal with every emanating challenge on a daily basis. We may say that in terms of distance, we can be in Gaza by Saturday, but we have had maintenance challenges on some of the boats, and we have had to repair and fix some of the boats along the way. So each day presents its own challenges at sea, and we attend to those as they come. But we all left our homes knowing that there would be various challenges on this journey, but we will not be deterred by that. We also are well aware of the threats that have been exerted upon governments and upon institutions by the Israeli apartheid regime, and that we will not be granted the opportunity to fulfill our mission. That simply goes to show that the apartheid state of Israel has continued with doing whatever it wishes, attacking and killing Palestinians and attacking sovereign states, not only Lebanon, Yemen, Iran, Qatar included, as well as Tunisia of late, where our boats were attacked. And this has gone on unabated. It is high time that governments act, and we hope that at the United Nations we will find real concrete decisions. We are happy that Spain and Italy have dispatched their naval boats to set sail with the global Sumud Flotilla. The Italian boat has already arrived this afternoon. They are dispatching a second boat, and the Spanish one will also be arriving in the next couple of days. So this is a real moment for governments to implement the resolutions undertaken by the United Nations, the International Court of Justice, including the International Criminal Court.
Thank you very much for your time, Inkosi Zolvelile Mandela. You will know him as Mandla Mandela.